Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So later next month, later this year, and in keeping with some of the other things on the agenda this morning, America will be celebrating its 250th birthday. And I think that it's important to recognize what happened 250 years ago when a very famous Virginian, who later went on to become president, wrote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed." It actually goes on even longer. It's the greatest run-on sentence in history.
It is a run-on sentence.
And I think that during Pride Month, we should recognize that celebrating life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, whether you're lesbian, you're gay, you're bisexual, you're queer, you're straight, you're transgender, doesn't matter, is very much firmly within the American tradition. I think we should also recognize that when those words were written, it was a extremely radical notion. It's also one of the most ironic sentences in history because it was self-evident, but it really wasn't self-evident at the time. Heck, it wasn't even self-evident to the guy who wrote it about everyone. We've been working on that for 250 years. But that radical notion that being American, that being a part of this, was all about pursuing life, liberty, and happiness. And that radical notion, which some people don't also like to acknowledge, that the government was being instituted and it was supposed to help you secure those rights. That mattered. That was all radical. And it was radical, by the way, when during the Stonewall Uprising, people in the LGBTQ community demanded more from their government. They demanded that their rights mean something. So I think that Pride Month really does fit very perfectly within that American tradition. And it's really a fun to be here celebrating Pride Month as we celebrate America 250. And it's also great to be celebrating it in Fairfax County. I was doing some research in preparation today, and I found a news article, April 23rd, 1990. And the headline may make you chuckle a little, but I have to read it. It's from the Washington Post. "Cable show on gays set in Fairfax." This news article, with the headline not quite holding up under the test of time, was about a show on Fairfax Public Access Television, Gay Fairfax, News, Views, and Pride. It was the first show devoted to gay issues in the DMV. Started right here in Fairfax County. It was the first show of its kind in a non-urban center. It was started by Bart Forbes, who was a member back in the day of the Lee District Democratic Committee, and Karen Brown. It ran for three years as Gay Fairfax, then it became Gay Spectrum. In 1994, the show interviewed Tipper Gore and Eleanor Holmes Norton during the DC AIDS Walk. So the history of the LGBTQ plus community here in Fairfax County is a really rich one. It's a really long one. It's part of why we celebrate Pride here every year. It's part of why we are so we tout the fact that we now have 100 on the Human Rights Campaign's Municipal Equality Index. I will simply close by saying that I was also doing research on this yesterday, and I was thinking about a campaign. It's about 16 years old now. It was started by Dan Savage, a columnist, the It Gets Better campaign. And I was thinking about some comments recently made by our senator here in Virginia, Tim Kaine, and the It Gets Better campaign, which 16 years ago told kids that it gets better. That was the whole point. It was a simple line. And I fear that in recent years, there are lots of people who very much do not feel like it's getting better, and they do not trust that. But I want anybody who's watching at home, all three of you, whoever it is, the kids, to know that It may not always get better, but it will eventually get better. And I want you to know that there's someone in your life who really cares. There are lots of people in your life who really care. They care about your life, your liberty, and your pursuit of happiness. They care about your ability to live authentically. They care about your ability to love who you love. Seek them out. Find them. They exist. We exist here in Fairfax County. We want you to live full, happy, healthy lives. Thank you.